Hello, good evening to you and a warm welcome to a special edition of the Joy Business Live here on the Joy News channel. And we want to touch on this story. We are learning the decision by the U.S. President Donald Trump to enforce a global freeze on U.S. foreign aid is expected to have a significant impact on Ghana in areas including education, health, economic growth, agriculture, and governance. Already, the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, has suspended its support for supply chain within some countries, of course, the developing countries. And my colleague Isaac Atasenyaku joins me in studio to break it all down for us on what we are learning. Thanks so much for joining me on Business Live. First off, tell us why we need to be concerned about this development.
Now, Pius, we need to be concerned because almost every year, the USAID gives Ghana about $33 million, and this usually is in support of agriculture. Now, the total figure that is given Ghana is about $150 million, but about $33 million goes into agriculture. Right. Now, a chunk of this, support goes into, funds for farmers, especially up north. So when you look at the smallholder farmers, Pius, a lot of these people benefit from the funds up north. So here you can see on the slides the total, the average amount we receive from the USAID almost every year. And this goes into education, health, economic growth, agriculture, governance. And so like I was saying, if you go to the bit about agriculture, now, recently, when the drought happened about 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, now a $7 million fund was raised by the USAID to support smallholder farmers, especially in the north, with a key focus on women and also youth farmers. So you realize that there's a lot of support, going to youth farmers, women farmers, considering gender and all of that, promoting and ensuring inclusion. Now, this is also critical because just last year, 2024, another program of theirs was launched. And this was also to support, again, farmers in the western, north of the country. And if we look at this and we look at the figures, this is likely to impact, the farmers up north, especially.
And I want to know the extent to which, indeed, like you mentioned, this is going to have on the agricultural sector, for example, and what systems have we put in place to, we can't be able to, absorb the shocks whatsoever that comes along with it.
Well, we probably need to look at intervention programs. I mean, in the past, we've had programs like the, Planting for Food and Jobs. Mainly, a lot of these farmers, the smallholder farmers, depend on some of these initiatives, some of these funds and grants to be able to, invest into their farms. And so a lot of them don't have the capital, and so they'll depend on some of these grants and funds to be able to raise the capital. And so if we really need to bridge this gap, Pius, we need to find a robust fund that will support farmers. We talk about irrigation, we talk about capital, buying of seeds, fertilizer and all of that. Again, we know the rain, system or the drought that happened a couple of years ago and its impact. So irrigation will also be key in ensuring that these farmers are able to, maintain their farms as the years or the months go by.
Thank you so much, Isaac Atasenyaku, for your time here on Business Life. And of course, we shall follow up on that subsequently, basically on Prime Business to engage industry players on the back of that. You're still watching Business Life. We have the Joy Business Van shortly for you.